What's up guys, you're watching India Today Tech. I'm Rahul Sethi, and in this video I'm going to unbox the Realme C1. It's the latest phone from Realme that was announced alongside the Realme 2 Pro, but it was priced at a very steep pricing at 7,000 rupees. You'll see the specs are quite nice. It has a Snapdragon 450 chip with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage, but you'll also notice that most of its design and most of its specs are same as the Realme 2. It is a kind of repackaged Realme 2. So we'll take a look at the phone in this video and we'll find out if it's really worthy at that price. So the Realme C1, if you take a look at the specs, is a repackaged Realme 2. You'll see that Realme has cut some corners here and there to bring it very close to the Redmi 6 or the Redmi 6A and give you a good budget phone in this price segment. So we'll take a look at all the pros and cons of that. In the box you get an information guide, a quick start guide and a TPU case which is foldable and not a hard one. So we have the black color variant with us. The design, as you'll notice, is also very similar to the Realme 2. It has a notch display. Back looks like glass, but it is actually plastic like the Realme 2 Pro, and there are dual cameras with single LED flash and the phone fully made out of plastic. Anyways, in the box you get a travel adapter that has 5-watt output rating, not really a fast charger, and bundled with that is a micro USB cable, good in length and quality. Coming back to the phone, let's power it up and take a look at the ports you get on it. At the bottom you'll get a micro USB port, a speaker grill, microphones and a 3.5mm headphone jack. At the top there is no secondary microphone for noise cancellation. The volume rocker is split into two and has very nice tactile feedback, and so is the lock button. If you take a look at the SIM slots, you'll notice that you can add a micro SD card and add 2 SIMs as well. So you can expand the storage without sacrificing a SIM card slot, and both the SIM cards support 4G VoLTE. So if you want to run 2 4G SIM cards, you can do that on the Realme C1, which is quite a nice thing. Overall, you'll see the design is pretty nice for the price, and the first thing you'll notice is that there is no fingerprint scanner at the back. Other things you will notice in the specs, like the RAM is limited to 2 GB and the storage is limited to 16 GB. You should definitely take a look at the full specs, and until then I'll set up the phone. So the Realme C1 comes with a 6.2-inch 720p display. It's an IPS LCD panel with Corning Gorilla Glass on top. Under the hood, the phone runs a Snapdragon 450 chip with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage, which is also expandable via microSD card. At the rear, the phone has 13 megapixel primary and 2 megapixel secondary sensor as a dual camera setup, and at the front the phone has an 8 megapixel shooter. The phone packs a 4230 mAh battery, runs Android 8.1 Oreo with Oppo's Color OS on top, and the phone relies on face unlock and does not come with a fingerprint scanner. So I've set up the smartphone and this is what the Realme C1 looks like. Pretty nice proposition for 7,000 rupees, I must say. The display is quite nice, it's bright and vivid, though it's a 720p panel, and the 6.2-inch display size in itself with a notch is a great thing about the phone. It tries to give you a very premium look and feel. The build materials are not very nice and the phone is quite thick and chunky, but then again at this price tag it is nothing bad. One thing that we experience with Redmi phones, and that we'll have to test on the Realme 2, is the software performance. It comes with Oppo's Color OS, which is not really as fast as the stock Android and may not be as fast as the MIUI 10, but then again it runs a Snapdragon 450 chip, so I'm hoping that this will run better, which will be competitive for Realme if it wants to compete with the likes of Redmi 6A. The Redmi 6A had lags in this as well. If you are minimizing a YouTube video, there were lags, visible lags out of the box, which is not present on the Realme C1, which is quite nice. Next, if you take a look at the video quality, it is pretty nice. The brightness, as I already said, is amazing on the phone for the price, and the viewing angles are also nice. But what's more disappointing is the fact that the notch is still not optimized on the phone. I say it again here that someday Realme would fix this with a software update, but so far, as of now, there has been no fix to this. Talking about the cameras, the rear camera setup is same as the Realme 2 good light shots are decent, and the details are pretty nice. At this price again, it has the same impact as the Realme 2 Pro. There are not many phones, in fact there will be very few phones that would be able to get this kind of quality. The bokeh shot, although, is not something that you can rely on, but as far as even the low light shots are concerned, they came out to be pretty decent. Talking about the front camera, I don't really feel like it's an 8 megapixel shooter, though the shutter speed, as you saw, is pretty fast. The amount of details that the phone captures is not really great, but then again, camera is capturing photo against light and it's still able to keep it very clear. A trademark of all Oppo and Realme phones. They do overprocess. Here are some other samples, and from that it's clear that the front camera is not bad at all for the price. So overall, the Realme C1 is actually a repackaged Realme 2, but that is pretty nice. Company has taken off the fingerprint scanner and has reduced the RAM and storage amount, but it has also reduced the price by 2000 rupees. If you want all those things, you can buy the Realme 2, but at this price point, there is no other company that is offering features like a notch display, Snapdragon 450 chip, and probably a 6.2 inch display that is pretty nice, has decent colors and good brightness levels. Also, we'll let you know all about the performance on the phone. For now, it appears to be as fast out of the box. Many phones that I unboxed like the Redmi 6A or the Honor 7S were slow straight out of the box. This does not appear to be the case with the Realme C1. But yes, stay tuned, subscribe to our channel and watch out for a full review where I'll tell you everything in detail about the Realme C1 after I used it for a while. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.